then it brings it out. Because that visual vector child or adult needs to take that love and empathy, is going to bring that fear out. But it's one of the things. I'm going to cover fear. We didn't cover it, but I'm going to cover it deeply, maybe in one of the videos. Because in 2 words, the fear, it's, as I said, it's in your mind, and it's obscurity, something that doesn't exist. Obscurity is something that, you know what?
Yeah,
it's something.
What does it mean?
Yeah, it's, for example, let me give you an example. Неизвестность, obscurity.
Yeah,
I guess we cover. For example, you watch horror movie. Music plays.
Yeah, you cannot expect
what you don't know what's gonna happen, so you feel that adrenaline. But when the clown jumps out, you stop. It's funny for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not scary anymore when you jumped already.
Yeah.
Or, for example, you're scared. Let's say you're scared to lose your job, or husband, or somebody. You just need to play it forward in your head. For example, if you're scared to lose the job, what's gonna happen? You're gonna leave the office. Like, you need to get rid of this obscurity, because obscurity that gives you this emotion. You don't know what's going on in this darkness.
To play
exactly, yes.
For the future.
For example, I'm gonna leave the office. I'm gonna call my parents or my spouse and tell them they fired me. And I'm gonna go with my friends, grab a beer, and I'm gonna maybe watch some Netflix and rest for a couple of days. You see, it's already not a big deal right here, right?
Yeah.
Versus you were sitting in the office with that, right?
It was unexpected.
Yeah.
That's why.
And the further you play, and more detail by detail by detail. For example, you're gonna lose your job, or obviously, again, you see, it's connected. If you're not professional in your field, if you do it and you don't put all your energy into it, 100% your soul and heart, why are we going to be replaced by AI? Because people who don't put their heart into job, they're going to be first one replaced. First one, they're gone. They're going to be out of job. Person who put his heart and soul, you can't replace him with a robot. You cannot replace him with AI. So not everybody will be replaced.
Sure.
Now, because what I was saying, that you need to get rid of this obscurity and play it forward. For example, you're gonna lose your partner, but if you have this bad energy, you don't give energy to other men, not body. Again, we're not talking about your ritual vector woman. She even gives her energy and her body, but it's only few women, not everybody. But she doesn't know how to communicate. She didn't do nothing good for society. Nobody takes her energy. Nobody wants to hire her, and she's not professional. Of course, she's gonna get scared to lose a job. But if she's the best employee, best of the best, anybody will hire her. So obviously professionalism is important, but again, you think it forward, you play it forward. I'm gonna lose the job, I'm gonna, after a couple of days of rest, I'll start sending resume, calling my friends, maybe I'll find a better job.
Yeah, if you will play forward it, you will understand that it's not the end
it's
of the
not
world.
Big deal now,
it's not
right?
a big deal.
Exactly.
Like,
so
you're still living, you still continue your life.
You need to get rid of this obscurity. You need to cover it, because this emptiness, that's what it triggers, that emotion of the fear. You don't know what to expect. If you don't know this person, unaffected person, in frustrations and in issues, it could harm really bad people. I mean, it could do really bad things, unaffected. Obviously, you don't know vector psychology.
Yeah.
Because I'll give you an example. Unaffected person he has these frustrations, he cannot get rid of them. So what he's doing is start writing bad things online, dirty stuff. He starts writing. Before he could write it in the restrooms. Now they write it online. All this negative stuff, all vector frustration. If he's not gonna do that, he feels something wrong with him. He feels that he's going to harm somebody or potential pedophile. That's the people who write bad stuff online. Vector frustrations. So if you know if he's dirty, if he's talking dirty, if his house is dirty, if he's dirty, then vector male in frustration can also do so. It doesn't have to be dirty. It can also be offense. He's been offended. Everybody was bullying him in school, and if he's anal, he holds to everything, information, time. He always kind of he accumulates everything, hold on to everything. So offense, he can keep all his life. One day he breaks through and he go and harm the people. That's what happened. Obviously, when people doesn't in complete obscurity, obviously it's a lot of fears. But now, once you have information, the information covers obscurity.
Yeah.
And knowledge, that what covers obscurity. Now your fear will be gone, right?
Yeah.
That's how vector psychology get rid of all the phobias and fears. Information and knowledge.
Yeah, because basically I was playing back all my situations that I have in the past, and it's really true. If I would know how I would react in the certain of the situation, it wouldn't be this much a big deal.
You see, so
like I just remember all my past situations, and I think
deal,
about
right?
it right now, like it's nothing. It's really nothing.
Yeah.
Like
so yeah, that's how it is. You just need to
be prepared for it.
Not prepared. You need to get rid of obscurity, play forward, and don't absorb, don't hold to your energy, because it can break through and do something bad. Even not Anna, any person, any woman. Recently I talked to somebody, she starts cursing on me because she said something, you can say smart ass. She's been smart ass with me. I said something, I replied, but no curse words, everything in respect. Now she doesn't have nothing to reply to me. She starts cursing on me. You understand?
Yeah.
Because she didn't know
what to expect from me.
Not exactly, because she has too much this energy that she didn't get rid of it. She didn't give it to other men. I'm not saying again body. Teach them, go volunteer. Go to hospital and volunteer. Help, whatever. You understand? She has to get rid of the energy. Because she keeps everything to herself, accumulates all the energy. Now it becomes that water, that bad water. Even a woman, any vector. Even a man or woman, it doesn't matter. Any vector. They don't give enough. They have to give rid of all their energy. And universe give them even more. 10 times. And money, it's one of the energy. Money also.
Yeah, for sure.
You understand? So don't hold to it. That's what happens, because they have so much that bad energy that eats them from inside. And if you hold to it, eventually it's gonna break through, and you're gonna stab your husband or divorce him or something else.
Yeah, but that my husband did. It was already.
Some women they do.
Really?
An anovector woman, not you, but they can, yes.
Mainly.
They can even hit him with the hammer or
It's
stuff.
actually a lot of good advices, and I never hear anything like that before. And it's so interesting because even the illnesses or psychosomatic problems, doctors don't know about it.
They don't know
they don't know about it.
The problem is with psychologists especially and psychiatrists, they cannot diagnose the problem. They don't know vector. They don't know.
They don't know cause of the problem.
They don't know
the
cause.
problem.
And if you put right now 3 psychology professors over here from Stanford, Oxford, and Columbia University, ask him any of my questions that you asked me, everybody says something different.
Yeah, for sure.
So where is psychology then? 2 plus 2, how much? 5, 4, 7. You understand? There's no psychology.
I understand.
There is
no structure.
I call it, it's like a TV 100 years old, prototype.
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing with psychology, it's a prototype. Freud started,
Yeah.
and now people trying to kind of repeat what he said.
Repeat what he said in own way.
And it's prototype, and it's TV 100 years old. It's not TV, it's like a box, maybe it's showing something, but it's the same thing, you understand?
Yeah.
And because if you cannot diagnose, good doctor, what is doing? You check your sugar, pressure, blood, everything. Then he can help you, but he needs to know all the details. Bad doctor, he maybe check 1 or 2 things. Good doctor, check everything. Then he can diagnose. Then he can help. Same thing back to psychology. Get a whole picture. Then it's different story. Versus I'm psychologist from Harvard, and I'm gonna solve your family now. Okay, you guys going through divorce? Yeah, I also been 6 times through divorce. You understand?
Yeah, I got you.
Even worse than them. And she helps them.
Yeah.
I understand it's business. I understand. But my perspective, I'm in business all my life, but medical field shouldn't be business.
For sure.
Because you cannot, business, what is business? It's strong numbers, that's business. Like how many people came in. If you analyze all these numbers, for example, you watch basketball game. If you don't have the scores and you don't have the timer, is it going to be an interesting game?
Yeah.
You know, they just playing, you don't know what's the goal, how much they scored, and you don't know how long they playing. Who's going to be motivated to play this game? So motivation is connected to this information and knowledge. Now they know how many goals they scored, how many minutes they played. Now is motivated to make it better. Now he hit 10 times net, 2 times he goal scored. Now he wants to do 3. So his motivation, that's how you do it. Information and knowledge and experience. So what I was saying is it's in everything, you know, in business. I was saying in business. I was just talking about this, you see.
That business shouldn't be in the medicine.
Exactly, because business, it's strong numbers.
Yeah.
How many people walked in, how many called, how many walked out, how many how many customers bought this product, how many bought that. If you have all these numbers, 99 people, small businesses, they don't have these numbers. That's why they go out of business. I had the same problem. Now I know. Now it's a different story. Now you have these numbers, you can improve them. Now you need annual vector manager to improve each number. More customers, less time, taste better. Call customers, it tastes good? No. We'll give you 1 free. Make sure we change the cook. Now you have something to improve. Now what happened in medical field? You do the same thing. Now you need to prescribe more, pull more teeth from good or bad, take off his kidney, it's good or bad, and sell. Now you do really bad stuff to person because
So
you
you're
take it as a
not
business.
helping, you're just making profit.
Why? Because you went to school, $300,000.
And
You
you
have
need
to pay your
make
loan.
money back. Yeah, pay your
Now
loan.
you have your Tesla and you have your house, right?
Yeah.
Your doctor. You can say I'm homeless.
Yeah.
You buy the best house and you have 300,000 loan, right? You have to pay it back.
Yeah, and
That's-
then you're doing business from the medicine. It's true.
Yeah,
I
so
I
that's
agree
why
with you.
I
It
wouldn't.
shouldn't be a business for sure. It shouldn't
Yeah.
be helping people, not making money
Yeah,
from people.
but you see that they changed it. They made it business, and it's really. I went to dentist. He wanted to take all my teeth off. You know, I'm like, I'm gonna take your teeth off. I mean,
Yeah, because
kind of bullshit.
he just wants to make more money from
He
it.
wants anesthesia. He charged me this. He charged me that. Prescriptions. I mean, so that's why, for example, in Israel, I grew up in Israel, or even Canada, the medicine is kind of free. Insurance is half government, maybe you pay $50 a month in Israel. No? So doctors, they're not motivated to pull money from you because they don't get any money from you. They only get paid monthly. They get paid pretty good.
And I think it's right.
You see, but over here it's very complicated system. We can change it. What are you gonna do?
We can change it. We can discuss it. So
But eventually, if something happened to a person, I would suggest him to go to Canada or Israel because doctors are they learning, they're evolving. It's not like third world country that don't have enough money to get good equipment. So if you go to Germany, Switzerland, Israel, or Canada, I think it's better than getting help over here, because over there, if they're not motivated to take, I mean, you will have to pay because you're not citizen, but still, you might get better help, because even there, I don't think you get money from you. You pay to the hospital or whatever. You don't pay directly to doctor even there.
Sure.
So even that's why probably it's even better to go Switzerland or Israel and get serious help. If it's something, not big deal, but I would suggest to do that.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like that. So.
Because it's really, it's your health and sometimes if doctor motivated to take money from you, it can really harm you. You can prescribe you. 99% of these prescriptions, it's, I don't know, it's like psychiatrists. Maybe 5% some harmless. Some hormones changed by I don't know, because I never even studied that. I don't care about that, and I'm not going to. It's not something interesting. I just think you can't harm everybody. But I see 90% of people, you even harm them because those pills, you cannot diagnose this problem. You need to give him more pills, you get more money. You need to make him sick all his life so you can make more money. Because if I treat you right now and you don't have migraine, you don't have any more fears, and you're good to go, that's it, I'm not going to see you.
Yeah.
But if I'll give you pills, I'll prescribe it, you're going to see you next week, right?
And you prescribe me diagnostic check-in or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I want to do it that different way. I'm going to shift psychiatry into different, eventually I'm going to shift psychiatry to different direction one day. Okay? So
Hopefully
I think it's gonna enough for today. It was good interview. What do you think?
I think it
good?
was great. Yeah, it's a lot of interesting information. It was a lot of great advices. I'm gonna definitely use it with my migraine, and I'm gonna definitely share with my friends that have problems with the relationship, because I'm kind of into it also, and world energy, universe. I would love to learn vector psychology, because
you about what? World energy
and universal energy.
Universal energy.
Yeah.
Okay. If you talking about that visualizing things, goals, I'm gonna give you that as a bonus for you.
Alright.
Okay, that's we live in physical world. We have physical things. We have trees, houses, and we have this you can say spiritual world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's two you can say dimensional world. If you only focus in one, only physical, work too hard, work 100 hours a day, you're not gonna get nowhere. You have to balance them both. If you only visualize all day long, one day I'm gonna meet the guy of my my dreams. I'm gonna have a best job, a lot of money, and what else? And never get sick. Only visualizing, it's also not gonna do, because you live in two-dimensional world. You need to connect them both. You have to visualize and, let's say, work in it, to involve, study, and use physical world because you live in physical world, and connected with spiritual, because all this other stuff, it's also important, all this energy and visualizing goals, but you have to connect them together. You understand?
Yeah.
You have to
You should find a balance between both.
but you have to focus on both, not just one. It's like two legs, left and right. You can't on one leg. You're not a really full person. It's a handicap already.
Yeah, I
because
agree with you.
because you live in both dimensions. You have this energy, spiritual. You have. I believe in that because we just talked about that for a couple hours, right? And you have also physical world. Don't forget about that. People forget about that. They don't exercise. They don't go to pool or whatever, spa. You have to take care of your body also, because it's one of the sources that helps you to achieve your goals. If you don't have energy, and again, give away all your energy of your body. Exercise. The more you exercise, you help other people to learn to swim, to play whatever, soccer, baseball, football. The more energy you give in that direction, the more you will feel better. You feel rejuvenated. You feel refreshed, right? So don't accumulate. Don't hold to it.
Yeah, I agree definitely with you, because I saw like a lot of examples even on myself that if you don't have a balance between those two worlds, it doesn't work like that.
You have to remember it's two dimensions. So if you see monk only or priest praying and meditating, he's not going to get nowhere. I don't think he's a fully fulfilled person.
And I don't think he's like fulfilled and happy.
Because the only, like that musician, like Elvis Presley, only music and then drugs and died.
Yeah, I think he was trying to find the fulfillment in the drugs.
I mean, everybody trying to find its fulfillment. Everybody. Because nobody wants to be miserable and poor. Everybody wants to be fulfilled and happy. But we just talked about that almost 3 or 4 hours. I don't even know. The time passed fast.
Yeah, it's
It
true.
was quite interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your advices, for your information. It was great.
Okay. Now we'll wrap